أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا وإمامنا وقائدنا وقدوتنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I want you to think of everyone in your life, in your journey of this life, with its pains, its difficulties and challenges, and with its pleasures and delights and joys. Think of all those people who helped and assisted you throughout this journey of this life. Answered your difficult questions, picked you up, helped you, held your hand. Think of all of those moments and all of those people that were in your life, be it your parents, be it your siblings, be it your uncles and aunties, be it your relatives, be it your friends. Someone somewhere were giving you difficulty, and then these people always came and assisted, and they were the inspiration, motivation, and to pick you up and guide you, direct you, assist you, and so on. Think of those people for a moment. Think of the moments also when you fell ill, be it the stomachache, be it headaches, severe headaches, be it leg issues, be it hand issues, be it arm issues. Think of all of those injuries and illnesses that you went through and you have come through. Think of those nurses, the doctors, the advice, the medicine that you took. And now you're here today, better, maybe fully recovered or maybe partially recovered. But you're better. Think of those people for a moment. Also think of the places, sanctified places, beginning with masjids and then going to, for example, Umrah, Hajj, Aqsa, Palestine. And all the diseases you had internally, all the sins you committed intentionally, unintentionally, sought forgiveness due to those places, sanctified places. You felt more close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You repented, you wept, you begged, and you came close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because of the sanctified places that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has left for us. Those pure places. He gave guidelines and directions and borders, boundaries by which then we came closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We became better person that we can be, and we became the best person that we can be. Think of those places, think of those moments. Also think of the moments when you were in deep crisis internally. You're confused, you were lost. Be it in sins, be it with musibah, difficulties and challenges, be it with illness, be it with a problem in your life with your family or spouse or children or parents. Or be it with institutions, organizations or states. You're in dire crisis, dire difficulty. And someone from somewhere assisted you, helped you. Think of those moments. Now, the reason I'm asking you to think of those moments, because those moments in your life made you who you are today. They disciplined you. They developed you. They internally structured you. You become the person you are today because of those mini moments and crises and difficulties and challenges and illnesses. Now, behind all of those moments, these people who assisted you, those places which helped you, they are all creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So behind all of those was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. decreeing the will. That be there for him, be there for her. Say these things to him, say these things to her. He was behind Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah we have not seen yet. By His seeable being, we will see Him. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything that we mentioned is given this kalam of Allah, His words, His speech. And in those speech is embedded those means. Everyone who assisted you, guided you, Allah called the Quran Huda. Huda lil-nas, Huda lil-muttaqin. You need assistance? You need help? I've called this Quran Huda. Anyone who inspired you, motivated you, picked you up in dire need, it was Allah. Allah also called this Quran Nur, that gives inspiration, that burns away any difficulties and challenges internally you're going through. Any power, it burns away. Allah calls this Quran Nur. Any illnesses that you went through, you took medicine, you took advice, Allah calls this Quran Shifa. Anyone benefited you, anywhere you benefited, you got momentum going in your business, in your life, in your family. There was barakah involved in that. Allah calls the Quran Mubarak. This Quran is Mubarak. You want answers? Allah calls the Quran Huda. You want guidance? Allah calls the Quran Huda. You want direction? Allah calls the Quran Huda. You want assistance? Allah calls the Quran Huda. You want inspiration? Allah calls the Quran Nur. You want motivation? Allah calls the Quran Nur. You want to be picked up? Allah calls the Quran Nur. You want to give up your bad habits? Allah calls the Quran Nur. You want to move on in life? Allah calls the Quran Nur. You want cure internal and external diseases and illnesses? Allah calls the Quran Shifa. You want energy, determination? Allah calls the Quran Burhan. So everything that we want and we yearn for, we can find in the Quran. There's nothing, and nothing will be greater and loftier and more higher than the Quran. Everyone's physical realm ends in Jannah. Everyone's physical realm ends in Jannah. Except the Quran. It goes all the way up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. From Him this Quran came. There's nothing that came today. There's nothing that is here in this earth today that came from Allah, which we have and you have memorized, reciting, listening, that came from above the space, above the seven skies, above the Jannah, above the Arsh, except this kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When all of us enter into Jannah, everything, all of us, the boundary will be the ceiling of Jannah, except the Quran. The Quran will go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Minhu bada, ilayhi ya'ud. From Him it came, to Him it will return. But it will return with your recitation, you see? That'll be the difference. It will return with your recitation. How many times you recited the Quran? How many times you did the khatam? How many times you reflected? How many times you understood? It will go and speak to Allah, Ya Rab, Ma Rab. It will go and speak to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and just say, He recited your letters. He recited your speech. He finished the khatam. I purified him. I guided him. I directed him. I inspired him. I picked him up. I made him weep. It will be the Quran talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It will become hujjah, evidence for you, the greatest hujjah that you can have in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With this book, bond with it, recite it, memorize it, complete it one after the other. Your life will transform, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum.